And I am very proud to present our next speaker, who actually just published this book. This is Miss Leona Chen, who many of you know because she's been at this event for, what, 15, 16 years? Pretty much her entire life. And last year, a year and a half ago, she raised some money so she could do this passion project as a college student. During her summer break, she would go back to Taiwan to capture and record stories and write poetry about the Taiwanese American experience, your experiences, but with a special angle and a tribute to really all the mothers out there. And so I am really proud to introduce the next speaker, and really this was just a long-winded introduction for who I'm so proud of, our second generation, who are really making a difference, Miss Leona Chen. So give her a round of applause.
It's a bit sad for me to hear about Ho Chi talking about not having role models in his life, because for my entire life, Ho Chi was my role model. And I remember meeting him when I was like 8 or 9 years old and telling my mom, when I grow up, I want to be just like Ho Chi. And now it's so thrilled to me that we are sharing a stage. So anyways, 大家好，新年快乐！做华弟今仔日甲大家做伙食饭、开讲、聊八卦。希望有些人会认得我。被切掉了。从荧幕上看，我从小学3年级就每年在这个场合为大家表演。你们看过我跟着台湾学校唱伊西兰的歌杯。 跳客家舞，然后我后来变太大只了，不可爱的时候，我被调到节目的中间为你们介绍我们的表演。我上次站在这个台上的时候是3年前，我在准备上大学，所以申请联合会提供的奖学金。所以你们这14年来都看我长大，你们都没变。 尤其是 Gina 阿姨，都还是我记得看我从小到大的叔叔阿姨们。所以首先，我想跟你们说谢谢。我已经在你们的眼光下这么久了，我把这些活动当做自己家办的派对，把你们当做家人。For over 10 years, you've been like a family to me. You are the reason I am proud to be Taiwanese American, why I know what it means to be Taiwanese American. If I become a leader of this community, it's because I'm a product of this community and the love and generosity you have shown me. Thank you for raising me, for giving me purpose and inspiring my proudest achievement yet. 谢谢你们照顾我、栽培我、支持我做会让我觉得骄傲的事情。我想跟大家分享我去年出的一本书。 So my debut poetry collection was published last year. It's called Book of Chord. And what I wanted to write about was how the narrative of state propaganda and the stories of our own tradition counteract to inform Taiwanese identity. 这本书在讲台湾的文宣跟我们自己的故事，怎么影响我们多了解台湾身份。For some background information， 给你们一些背景资料。 我是一个诗人 I somehow become a poet, and I would take these poetry classes in college, and I would study canonical texts like Walt Whitman, like Shakespeare, and then I would read political poetry like Kaya Sands, Ocean Vuong. And these were writers who were grappling with things like the legacy of the Vietnam War or things like environmental pollution, circumstances that had touched them in some profound way. And so I found this literary space where, for the first time, I felt like I knew what I wanted to do with my writing. 说句实话，我上这些课的时候都不太爱听老师的话。我的老师会说这个礼拜的题目我要你写 a poem about the sky or about what you see when you wake up in the morning。然后我就假装跳过一堆公下面，然后写我自己想写的诗。然后我发现我最想写的诗。 都跟台湾有关 and very often I was turning in work that related to Taiwanese or Asian American identity. And it's because poetry is about confronting how things make you feel. And so, 诗的力量不是在形容一个东西或一个地方，是在解释它给你的感受。 And so even with a history as convoluted and complicated as ours, Taiwan's significance to me has always been in the way it makes me feel. 对我来说，台湾的历史复杂，台湾也能让我感受了很多。Having to watch our soldiers salute the leader responsible for the massacre of tens of thousands of our own people, I felt that. Listening to our grandparents speak Japanese, knowing this tongue is a legacy of a violent occupation, I felt that. Watching my mother practice English in the car as she drives us to school. Dale is my husband, but Dell makes computers. I felt that. What separates a political science textbook from the work I am trying to do is insisting that the political has always been personal. If history is the collection of stories, as Ho Chi says, then the collection of histories gets us closer to the truth. 如果故事的结局是历史，那历史的结局是真相。And so the summer I turned 20, oh, sorry, it's okay. So the summer I turned 20, the same year Taiwanese democracy turned 20, I went back to Taiwan to conduct archival research and interviews to confront what it meant to be Taiwanese. And here I am interviewing the amazing Shimi. 我在台湾的时候，我记得我有一天叫计程车带我去博物馆，然后一看到我的脸，就说：“你好像不是在台湾长大的吼，你是美国人吗？”我说：“哦，对啊。”他说：“你回来玩的吗？”我说：“我在写一本书，我想要调查台湾人的身份。”这个时刻我记得得很清楚。这个司机就转头看着我，冷冷地说：“调查什么？你不知道我们都是中国人吗？ Don't you know we're all Chinese?” It was moments like this in Taiwan that made me believe in stories again, that convinced me the spoken and written word mattered, that it is our responsibility to speak and write truth to power. How could I doubt the power of language when the Taiwanese language was forbidden in my parents' lifetime? Or the power of words when propaganda is a puppet performance we've all watched our entire lives. Words like Chinese Taipei, like Republic of China, like renegade province. Are these the words you would have chosen for your nation? 这个事情提醒我名词有多重要。中国台北，中华民国，这些是你们会为台湾选的名词吗？ When we choose the words, when we tell our stories, when we all tell our stories, we reclaim agency. We get closer to the truth. One story I want to share is the dedication of my book. The moment I knew I wanted to turn my poems into a coherent book, I knew who it would be for. 我一决定要把这一本书写的时候，我就知道我要写给谁。I dedicated Book of Court to my grandparents. 我的阿公江清水，我的阿嬷江潘丽蓉。In some ways, I wanted to say, I am sorry I could not do more in your lifetime. But I also wanted to say, I want to know how and where you lived. I want to know the stories you never got a chance to tell me. It was my way of grieving, of remembering, of holding on close to something that I sometimes felt impossibly far away. 虽然我上大学以后中文退步很多，中文其实是我的母语。我跟妹妹从小都知道，在家一定要讲中文，所以我3岁的时候上 preschool 的时候，不会讲英文，我就听不懂老师，然后做不到朋友，每天哭到眼睛下面都破皮长了疤。我妈妈看我哭成这样，觉得很心疼，她就问我阿公说要怎么办。我的阿公说，小孩子脆弱的心灵不是大人可以理解的，有时候一个小小的伤害会造成一辈子的阴影，当父母的要特别小心。你看，这不是黑眼圈哦，这是下面的疤。My grandfather was giving my mother permission to let go of the Mandarin, to raise me in an English-speaking household, as an American, if you will, knowing that I could become someone who would not recognize him, who would never understand him, who would be lost to him. He would sacrifice himself and this vital connection between his generation and mine if it meant I had a better chance at happiness. 当父母的要特别小心. This is the price our parents and grandparents pay. And if you're a second generation like me, you know the fear of never being able to pay it back, of feeling unworthy. You know what it's like to look your elders in the eyes and have a universe at your fingertips, but it's in the wrong language. To be articulate and funny and interesting in ways that don't translate with Chinese English dictionary. Something I struggled a lot with was feeling like my work was worthless. It's just poetry by a very emotional 20-year-old who has somehow found a lot to say in a lifetime so short. And it's written in a language that has sometimes felt hostile to the people I love most. It was hard for me to see someone hold something that I was so proud of and say, "Wakwabo." It made me feel like a failure. Because what's the point if my work leaves people out? 我刚开始写这本书的时候，是想要孝顺，想跟爸爸妈妈说，你们唱给我的台语歌，跟我讲的故事，我都有放在心上，我都有在听。If ever I made you feel like my narrative was worth more than yours, I hope the rest of my life proves otherwise. But listening is only half of the equation. Telling these stories can be just as hard. I'm taking an Asian American Studies class this semester, and something we as second or third generation say a lot is, why didn't anybody ever tell me this stuff? Why didn't we grow up with icons and heroes that looked like us? Our immigrant parents loved us with their silence, their determination to put our survival first. And as teenagers and young adults, I think it's easy to misinterpret that silence as weakness. We accuse our parents of not trying hard enough, of having too little faith in their own language and their own stories. But this is where history puts us to shame. I never understood why my mom's Taiwanese was so bad until I realized speaking it was illegal when she was a student. I didn't understand why we regard our flag with such hostility, why we boycott our own monuments until I learned about the oppressive regimes for which they stood. We are foolish to think we are being brave as the first generation to acknowledge the 228 massacre by changing our Facebook profile pictures, when this was a secret our parents kept by penalty of death. The weight of our stories multiplies with the gravity of our history. The more I researched, the more everything made sense. This book is my testament that until we understand where we come from, we will always struggle with who and what we are. And the purpose of me sharing these stories, these poems, is not just so you'll get to know me better. I don't want it to be about me. I'm not that interesting, and I'm not that important. 我写这本书不是想要让你们比较了解我，我还小，没什么了不起的。But what I hope to share is those feelings, those emotions, and see what they evoke in you. 我想跟你们分享的是我的感受，看你们的反应。我解释这些感受会让你想到你们自己的故事吗？ What stories in your life come to mind? And how will our stories inform the history and meaning of Taiwanese America? The Taiwanese community I know stuns me with its generosity, its talent, its incredible sense of family. 我妹妹去年回台湾读大学，很多人问我妈妈说：“你女儿回台湾读大学，你放心吗？会不会担心她一个人离家那么远？”妈妈就回答说：“担心什么？我女儿从台北到高雄都有家人照顾她，就像我在台北人的社会区有一个大家庭照顾我。我有阿基叔叔带我去抓螃蟹，训练我喝小米酒。有国中叔叔做霸王给我吃。有 Stella 阿姨跟我说上台讲话要有自信。有 Pam 阿姨鼓励我将来要成为一个 leader。还有我的贵人 Gina 阿姨。我有我爸爸唱台湾老歌给我听，我阿嬷辛苦的包巴掌让我带回去学校跟朋友分享。我妈妈为了要我学台语跟中文，当了台湾学校的校长那么多年。好丢兼弄金。In everything I do so far and for the rest of my life, I dedicate to you and our Formosa. I hope I make you proud. 感谢。
I would also like to announce that Leona Chen and also one of our other staff members from TaiwaneseAmerican.org, Andrea Chu, will become the new co-editors of TaiwaneseAmerican.org, the website. So even within our own generation, we're able to pass the baton on.
Thank you both for your giving them a round of applause. Thank you. So proud. Thank you both. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Once again, 多谢你。